Welcome back to Resident Evil 4. After a reunion, we break some vases and get some grenades, as usual. This is a pretty nice area to hang out in. I don't know whose bed this is, but it's really nice. Way too big to be, Salazar's. He can kind of fit in a drawer.
And you know he's tried.
You know he has. We're starting to run out of room here. This case is already starting to get extremely full, but at least we have a lot of ammo. We're gonna need it. This is an easy room to miss over here, and you shouldn't for the following reason. The merchant was there awkwardly standing there while we had our argument with Ada.
Problems with your girlfriend. I've been there.
Boy, tell you about it. I can just imagine like all that like explosion of flash grenades and talking. It's just like, well, I got something to sell.
Peeks the head out the window. What are you buying?
It's one of those interrupt, like, what are you buying? Oh shit, sorry. So, we find out that Ada actually went through the process of giving Luis something to remove the egg injected into him. So Luis had an egg in him and seems to be working with Ada here. They don't know them by that name, but they also mentioned that they might be working for somebody else. Who could it be? We'll find out later. Actually, you know what? We found out before because Leon just kind of immediately knew. Because he's like, you're working for Wesker. I don't know why he knew that immediately, but he did.
Wesker's the only bad guy I know.
He is the only bad guy they know that's still alive. Well, actually, no, that doesn't work because I think, like, during the Raccoon City thing, everyone's convinced that he died. He had a hole punched into him, but he lived.
Is that all? Is that all?
So at this point, we got some. We just found a nice mirror inside that drawer next to the merchant to sell. As I mentioned, check every nook and cranny because that's just a free big amount of pesetas.
Poor guy. He's got a lot of upper body strength, but no finger strength. He just couldn't open the drawer.
Thank you.
Just the sad thing of just some like slapping and just like, I could smell it, but I can't see it.
Like a cat pawing at a screen.
But their fingers are just like hot dogs. That would make it so bad when he opens his coat and that has jiggle physics. This is one of those situations where they decide to put a save right after a save, but that's just in case. I like it because sometimes they'll put saves like that just in case you change your mind on a purchase. You go, you know what? I put too much money towards that. Fuck it. I'm all about investing, so. This puzzle is so stupid because they give you all these clues around the area that tell you some things about a dinner and such, which if you played the old Resident Evils, you're like, there must be something about this dining room. So I better pick up all the knowledge I can. Also, I'm under the impression that one of these paintings contains some gold in it. I just can't figure out which one. And we never find out, spoiler alert. So you're like, complicated puzzle. One more pass to make sure I'm not dumb and people point out, you missed that gold. No, I really tried. But we're opening the door to one of the worst rooms in the game. But to do that, we have to solve this puzzle. Here's how we solve the puzzle. We open a painting and you just shoot the bottle. Done. I don't know why they gave you 3 whole plaques of clues to try to help you figure that out.
Maybe they're red herrings.
Yeah, I'm assuming that is. I think it's just them trying to sound intellectual, but not really matching it. This room is not one you necessarily have to go to begin with. It's a shortcut to a different area in the level, which we'll be going back to in another part. But it's also a good section where we can load up on some additional items and supplies, of course. The reason this stopped moving is because my cat was attempting to unplug the cable recording this. So it was me desperately slapping me like, no, I love you, but no. So already knock out this lock over here, and if you notice, this goes back to the area where we dealt with the hedge maze. Now you gotta be careful around here because a stealthy Snake vases right there. Get them. There we go.
I didn't know they could be in vases.
They can be in everything at this point. If you notice, like, if you don't swipe your knife immediately after you break something like that, they will strike at you, and then you just feel embarrassed.
It doesn't hurt, it just hurts your feelings.
Well, I mean, yeah, it barely does any damage. You just kind of sit there like... So I gotta, like, mentally prepare myself for this room, because this room blows. It's luck-based to a certain extent. Because this closes down, the room fills with dudes, and in this tiny space, we get one of the blind dudes. The doors are locked with super locks. And there's people with crossbows outside that'll stun lock you. So you gotta try to break the locks, but you're getting slashed. Heal quickly. The blind dudes can be a real problem because they have a really bad habit of stun locking you in multiple hits. It's rough. As you can tell, TMP is a good weapon. That guy went flying. But I'm almost dead again. This room is rough.
Egg.
I can't tell you how many times I've almost died in this room. And this room does suffer from the issue that there's gonna be like 5 or 6 continually respawning dudes. I tried to keep the blind claw guy in the cage, because he's a little problematic. I don't succeed in that, unfortunately. Blind dudes aren't necessarily tough by themselves, but what makes them dangerous is when you're in rooms with other people you have to shoot. Because they'll notice as you defend yourself or you're forced to. Oh no, he's leaving. Stop. See, it's just random people start slowly pouring up top, but if you can keep him in that cage or keep him at a distance, he's not a problem by himself. He's just hard to aim at.
And now there's 2 layers of bars in the way.
Yep. And the bars don't actually protect him, really. You can shoot through the bars, but I want to kind of shoot with confidence, so. Yeah, and if you notice, if you don't hit him exactly on his little parasite, it doesn't even flinch, doesn't hurt him. And because you don't want to make too much sound, you're having to walk and not look at him on camera, which is a little stressful.
Yeah.
You know, dude, you could probably just tell the blind guy where I am. I love his rub. Hey. Yeah, I can tell you that this was a lucky run because more often than not, I die in this room at least once. And it's mainly because, again, how the blind guy ends up hitting you tends to be very random. He might hit you once, he might hit you twice, he might hit you 4 times. It just depends on where he hits you. So you can die very quickly, and when you're stun locked, you can't pause, so you can't heal. We did all this. We don't have to. Oh, hi. Totally forgot he was in there. We did it all to get this thing. It's not a puzzle item, it's a sellable item. But either way. Pretty much at this point, the room is cleared out. Again, luckier than usual on that front.
Yeah, that looked rough. It looked hard enough just shooting the lock off the door.
If you notice, like, those crossbow guys were stun locking me. That's what makes crossbow guys very dangerous, is they don't do huge damage, but what happens is they stop you from often living. Oh god, I hate when that happens. We got a new head parasite, which is the creepy spider one. I find them to be the easiest of the head parasites. They spit acid, they can whip you with these little tentacles, but their big gimmick is once the dude dies, the parasite comes off the body and becomes another enemy.
You know, I'm surprised I didn't realize one of them would do that.
There we go, so he's a little spider dude. He's really easy to kill. Often he's also not very aggressive, so he'll jump at you and he'll give you a solid like 3 to 5 seconds to figure out your next move.
So absurd.
I'm just so used to it, I didn't even flinch. I also like the distinction that you can only suplex the people at the castle.
That's true.
Yeah, I couldn't suplex anyone in the village. It just doesn't let you. I think it's the game's attempt to change genres depending on your zone. So the castle is like, it's kind of James Bondish, so let's give him a suplex.
Very James Bondish.
Remember when he did that in his latest movie? This room has a bad habit of filling up pretty quickly, and I keep on checking behind me because a lot of times enemies will spawn behind you. But these guys are easy to take care of because once you're up on a ladder, they can't do anything. And also, once again, proving the semi-automatic rifle is the best gun in the game, in my opinion. Not including the ones that are just cheat guns. This is just the best gun you could buy normally. Point and click. There's also some dudes behind that door next to me, but it is locked for some reason. But we want to go back to where they are anyway, because there's some nice valuables for us to gather. On one of those little spider guys. They can't climb ladders. But I gotta get down there, because I have to try to raise a bridge to get to the other side. And again, you'll notice I often just ignore the spider guys. That guy just died.
Yeah.
I didn't know they would do that, but apparently I guess there's a time limit to how long they live.
I was just thinking it would be interesting if that was a thing. Like if they could only survive outside the body for a certain amount of time.
It makes sense. It definitely describes it. I mean, they're parasites, so if they don't have anything to feed on, eventually they go out. Oops. Sorry to break your museum.
Sorry to break it again.
So we want to get back there, but we want to search the room before anything, but pull this lever. Again, the absurdity of this castle and how it functions is kind of ludicrous. Because I'm like, why would they have this room exist this way? What benefit would this have for Salazar?
Maybe it's like the Winchester Mansion.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is a big reference to pretty much the old one where it's like, the creator of the original mansion, which was, oh God, what are they called again? The family. There's a family that created the original virus. Oh God. And they just describe in all their notes, these guys just really love puzzles. So they made their entire place full of puzzles and traps because they were psychotic. Yeah, this room starts filling with shield guys, which is a big problem. Flash grenade. Didn't work on the shield guys because they're blocking their face. So if these guys are a problem, it gives me a chance to aim. He hasn't hit me yet. Now, if you're lucky and you can catch those shield guys before they come over, you notice that big fireball that popped up behind them. There was a hanging oil lantern. You can usually burn them and take them out, but they got to me before I could do that. Oh, well. Still convinced they're going to come out behind me. Just jumpy.
Might as well eat my greens.
I mean, if I was nervously sitting there, I would chew some mint to calm down. It just sits there. I have to save Ashley. Chamomile.
Is Leon a loud chewer?
Of course he is. He's an open mouth chewer. Haha, nice try. Now, I'd love a scene like after eating those, like if he gets to a cinematic, he's talking and you just see a bunch of green shit in his teeth.
Yeah.
Leon, you need to fix that. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have to fix anything. I'm Leon S. Kennedy.
Maybe you need to get on my level.
Maybe you need to fix that attitude. Oh, whoops. I thought I was still stunning him, but he's just making him dance a little. So, that's just really a shortcut at this point. But remember when I refused to buy the rocket launcher? It's because it's right here. It's one of the few guns you can get in-game. It is, as I mentioned before, it is one shot and it's done. Which, I really want this gun for one boss in particular. So I'm going to make a point. The only problem, obviously, at this point is going to take up a lot of room.
Pull 1, 2. 2 by 8.
Yeah. So that entire row is filled now until I can improve the case, which there is one more improvement on the attaché case. Unfortunately, we'll be not getting it this part, which makes me sad. You'll also have to witness me having to sacrifice and get rid of precious bullets just to make room for that fucking rocket launcher, but it is worth it. All right, now that we cleared out this room, I like this is one thing I really do like about this game is that each room kind of feels like a separate event. Like this whole room was some sort of level with some sort of puzzle. The last room was kind of the same way. Tiny vase. I don't know why they just have it sitting on the floor in a blank room, but
Tiny vase. I got put in the corner. Speaking of corner, just turn and there he is.
Stranger, what are you
this is me storage room.
I got put in the corner. I've been a bad boy.
I made them upset.
Is that all? Is that all, stranger? Is that all?
God, now I'm just having, I'll be a real bad boy.
What are you?
Oh, see, this makes me sad. I don't have enough money for the attaché case XL.
No.
What are you selling?
I start immediately tearing up. No joke. No, I'm kidding.
Sobbing and screaming in pain.
I throw my controller to the floor. Guess I'll save so I could break my controller in my depression.
Leon, I got it. Lewis!
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Lewis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to. Don't talk. Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back. Lewis! Lewis!
Well, damn.
Yeah, we got to meet and witness the death of one of our few allies in very quick order. So we better make sure that our other ally doesn't die too. They'll pay for your death, I promise. Anyway, let's search around the room while walking over his corpse.
Preferably enough pesetas to buy a bigger attaché case.
For no reason, don't worry about it. You'll hear some struggling sounds as we walk around. Ashley's in this room. We'll get to you eventually.
They won't kill you until a cutscene starts.
So here's one of the problems now.
Mm.
Now, if you do have a full items here, you can drop bullets into other bullet boxes, and it will get to its full amount and just leave the remainder out, which I think is nice.
That's better than nothing.
At this point, as I mentioned, least favorite type of grenade, but I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'll get rid of one bullet. A grenade is more valuable. Oh, God damn it. That's a really good grenade. At this point, I'm just getting really sad. Like, are you sure I don't have enough for that case? I'm getting to you. Calm down.
How long's she been there?
Seems like a long time, and no one's come to get her yet. Oh, fuck me. I'm in a bit of a pickle. More, God damn it. Can I at least pick up these bullets? This case thing is hurting me real bad, man. As I mentioned, bullets are like the most valuable thing in this game because they don't sell them, so getting rid of them always hurts my heart. This is why I come back to be like, man, can we work some kind of deal out? I'm nowhere close. I need 25 grand more. So I'm pricing out some valuables, being like, do I really need this? I need it. What am I talking about?
Is that old strength?
You know the 5 stages of grief. It all occurs in this video. And acceptance. All right. Step on his face again. Kind of kick it. I've gotten over you. So we have to free Ashley, but how do we do it? Well, this problem solver of all things in this game. Just a couple little gentle shots. Hold still. Oops. You're fine, you're fine. You're fine. There we go.
Talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
Talk about your life flashing before your eyes.
You don't have one.
Wow, rude. Here's a little bit of tower defense.
Her cower defense.
Hey! Oh, shit. Kind of shot her boot off. The problem with this angle in particular is that they do pick her up. It's hard to hit them because Ashley is so easily hittable. All right, search around the room, find a way to get out. First phase isn't bad. Just very slow people with no weapons.
The door's locked. I can't open it.
This is where it becomes a little more problematic. It's not from the mana dudes, it's because 2 crossbow people enter the room. And they will just stun lock you and shoot you, and so I try to take care of them, but also Ashley's getting attacked, so you have to desperately try to, let's see, it's hard to get a good angle. Just running across the room.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Obliasta. I think I got all of them. Oh, God damn it. Ashley will be fine. Hold on one second. I got you. I'll protect you. Hold still. Oh, shit.
Ah, damn it.
I didn't. Well, if you watch the reticle, like if you really watch the frame, that was nowhere near her.
You scared her to death.
Yeah. You can only take so many shots near them. It did checkpoint right after I left the merchant sobbing again.
Okay, I'm back to missing you, Louise.
Yeah. yeah, Louise, yeah. You know what, if you want to prove how much of, like, he is bad with handling different cultures, his name is clearly Luis, but if you notice in that scene, he's like, Lois!
Yeah, he just kept saying Lewis.
Which is a completely different spelling.
Talk about near-death experience.
Talk about a near-death experience. I died 5 minutes ago. All right, we'll be a little more careful this time. Now, as I say, a strategy with the sniper rifle is I think the zoom is a detriment. Because even look how still this is. It's just point, click.
There you go, I can do it.
It would suck if they just picked him up and still walked out. Just falls on top of her.
All right, Ashley, use them as a cloak. Not use his cloak. Use him as a cloak.
Look at me! I'm a person in the cult! Waka waka!
The door's locked. I can't open it.
I have a key! Comically large key! Alright, so we're gonna do the same strategy as before, but now that we're not zooming in, and do a little shuffle to avoid being shot.
Whee!
Damn his helmet. Come on. Back here, you rascal. Okay, take a breath. Don't shoot her on accident. There we go. I feel like she's covered in blood and bio goo at this point. Everyone's really stinky. So once we clear the room out, Ashley will be able to go for the key. But yeah, at this point, since you took care of the archers, same deal as before and just as easy. In fact, I do recommend getting out of scope to look in your area just to have a good idea where they're coming from.
That was him. Boop.
He just walked up and booped her nose while headless. All right.
Okay, not looking at that.
Gonna vomit.
I got the key. I can get out.
Now, go. All right. New gameplay mode. We're playing as Ashley now.
Hey.
She has no weapons.
Hey.
So she's gonna have to be creative. There are some items to pick up in these areas, so definitely do so. She has her own attaché case. Don't know where it is, but she has one.
Lucky girl, she got a skirt with pockets.
The big pockets, too.
Yeah, that's a dream.
Maybe when Luis was mentioning the ballistics, maybe the ballistics was the attaché case. Sorry, they're just shaped like boobs. So you do have to deal with guys in this room. This room has a little bit of a puzzle mechanic, and there is a way she can defend herself, but you'll see how to do it wrong. There's a gate here that we have to open with a switch, but let's try to throw a lantern at him. If he runs, he just dodges it, so it's like, fuck. Which in that case, he didn't dodge, it went through him. Maybe the second try. Fuck me.
He's laughing at you, too.
Oh, he laughs you every time. Watch this. It's funny when she walks on her foot.
What is he?
I'm so easy to amuse. So here's a secret. You don't have to open that gate. There's a secret little hole here for no reason. You go into the second room, which is I would recommend, because in this room you have to open 2 different gates. So this guy, he has to die. Especially if you do it this way. Which, just wait till they hold still, and then burn them.
Does she throw it automatically?
It is an R2 trigger to throw it, but it's an auto-aim. So I want to wait till they're holding still, so try to get behind my fortress, I dare you. 360 kickflip! There's not many of these, it's limited use, so there's one more in the room. If you miss this one, he's gonna be alive, which means you're gonna have to get really creative how to get out of this room alive. So that's why I kind of sit there and wait for him to pretty much be exactly in front of me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Also, again, if you know your enemy's dead from burning when their body becomes scorched. So the problem is if they're in the room, you have to roll up 2 of those gates, which takes a while. You can still hear the other guy kind of trash talking me. He doesn't find this funny anymore. Hey, why don't you crawl on your foreskin? It was hilarious. See, the scary part is you'll be doing this, and if you don't kill them, you'll see them slowly waddle towards you. This is also a pain in the ass door for them to use.
Well, they're like zombies. They don't really have opinions anymore.
I would be a zombie too if I had to open that door every day. You're not gonna make it through this cage, I'm not gonna let you. That was a little bit of trash talk, like, come on, get me, come on. See, the reason I'm also looking in that room is there is a green herb, so I'm like, do I risk it? Nah.
It's a Dark Souls thing. If you run out of healing, don't get hit.
Yeah, that's one way to avoid it. I mean, there's a good chance I could outrun him because he's not very fast, but I was just like, it's not worth taking the damage. I don't have any healing items at the moment. I mean, I would get healing item, but it would be immediately used. So the puzzle to get out of this room is this room requires some sort of circular disc to be placed there. Those will be in another section of the rooms. I liked this particular reading, which you guys can do. This is actually from Salazar's butler, which you kind of find out that, like, he's, you know, these people were normal people at a certain point, and he's like, I don't know how to feel about this. I feel like Sadler is misleading Lord Salazar and releasing the Las Plagas, but I will stick by him because I care for the people I've been protecting all this time. Anyway, I'm probably dead. Here's my cool glasses that I have on the table. Which, speaking of which, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use those kind of glasses. I wish there was a modern take on that. Just the modern monocle. That wouldn't be a monocle. Modern bionicle. By Lego.
For putting in your eyes.
Yep. Shove the Lego piece in your eye socket. All right. This room's pretty much been cleared of all the stuff. Gave us some bullets, but we can't have a gun to use with it. Ooh, red herb. It's been a while since we've had one of those. So this area can get a little spooky. It gets pretty dark in here. Where'd she get the flashlight?
Deep pockets.
Very deep pockets. Maybe that sweater on her back contains the attaché case. It's one way to do it.
The little cape.
See, I didn't even bother to go back to green herb. Found it anyway. We're all good. Now this room, another case of simple puzzle. We're moving some gates around to make it through. Which you could get stuck if you didn't recognize that was a movable bookshelf, but it's easy enough to notice. You know what? I would personally think wouldn't it be cool if you could actually, like, go to a legitimate castle that was full of puzzles and traps, like, for real life, and kind of see if you can solve them, sort of thing? Like, someone actually made one.
Like a full-size castle escape room.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you can't die in it, but...
Which you can in real escape rooms.
Yes, exactly. Half of those things are made of lead and asbestos. We all know this. All right, solved one difficult puzzle, on to the next. Music gets creepy, too. Now, here is the medieval symbolism of mannequins. Knights in armor. Spooky. I walk through this area because it's creepy. Also, it just clicked with me. She has a massive belt. Holy shit. It holds up my sweater. I mean, what? Watch the most difficult puzzle known to man. Now, let me show you how to solve this with expert skill and knowledge of puzzles. Don't worry, I will guide you through this 100%.
Really?
I did it. Yes. It's so fucking stupid. That Salazar like, I made the most difficult puzzle, ha.
I made the damn it.
Oh shit, I forgot how this works. It's like when you move a Rubik's Cube your own way and then forget how to solve it afterwards. So now one thing I recommend in this room is to go through and gather all the treasures before you get the puzzle piece, which is on that knight statue right there. Because that's the item we need to rotate that one puzzle section. Got the Salazar family insignia. It also flips over and gives us another very important key, which we have to have. It's another part of the 3-part key. But oh no. They're alive! It is Dark Souls! Oh god, there's a lot of them. They are slow as shit, just run on by. But don't let them hit you. They hit for a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're like axes. I'd be surprised if you could... Oh.
Also, quick time event, now the mannequins can move and kill you.
But you gotta do it.
Yep. I mean, they're easy to spot, but once you run around a corner and they're trying to cleave you in half, and again, actually doesn't take a lot of hits. They're still coming, so just keep on moving. There's one in here too, ha! And see, it changed inputs on you, just to throw you off loop. All right, now we're 100% safe, because that one guy's still trapped behind the cage, and I think he's given up. Now we get to do the random rotating puzzle. It's called a dice? I've never heard that term before.
Dais.
Dais, okay. It's another version of a dial, I guess. Man, she's got pep going up that ladder. Flew up there. Now, as your reward, running up here to the secret little side compartment is picking up some extra treasure. Got some gifts for Leon.
I brought you presents.
A gun.
Wow, just what I always wanted.
Leon!
Ashley! You did good.
I'm sorry if I was...
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on, let's move on.
The gang is back together to cause more trouble. But we have 2 to 3 parts of the key to finally go after Salazar. We still got to get the third one in one of the most useless rooms a castle could ever possibly have. I don't even know how it works. You'll see. You'll see. And unfortunately, that is the only time you actually get to play as shit, I just completely blank on the name. Ashley. This is the last time you get to play as Ashley, which is unfortunate. But anyway, onward and forward to get out of this fucking castle. Also, rest in peace. Not rest in police. Rest in peace, Luis. That almost turned into a tongue twister. Rest in peace, Luis. Rest in peace, Luis. There we go. I can say it twice in a row.
Rest in Louise peace. Rest. A piece of Louise will rest in peace.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm going to kick him in the head a couple times to celebrate.
Poor Ashley. She sees that, just begins sobbing all over.
And he just Leon Lane sounds like, yeah, I know. I wish I could afford the attaché case too. He doesn't even get halfway through. He's like, I wish I could afford that. All right, we can stop there.
We gotta end there, yeah.
Yeah.